Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Friday Frothy here again on the Frothy Bar. Glenn, how are you this evening, mate?
Fantastic, Jeffy. How are you, mate?
Yeah, doing all right, mate. Doing all right.
A little bit, it was beautiful early. It was a little bit fresh now.
Yeah.
Just had a magnificent meal.
We did. We'll come back to it, though. Welcome, everyone. Grab yourself a froth. This is the Friday Frothy. So good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Friday Frothy. My name's Jeff. This is Glenn. We're here every Friday night, now at 7:30, Glenny.
7:30 now is our new
Daylight savings.
Daylight saving,
Talking
yeah.
sports from all around the world.
We are.
And as you can see, we're still in Bathurst mode from last week.
We are. Bathurst was sensational.
Well, it hasn't finished, Glenn.
Well, it hasn't finished, no. It's still in it.
It's still going to find out who's going to be the winner.
It is. So, a little bit of controversy. Everything lately is a bit of controversy, isn't it? The NRL, controversy.
Yes.
Bathurst, controversy.
Yeah.
There you go. It's all happens in sport. Hope everyone's had a good week. It's been a very, very busy week, and we love to look forward to it. 3 new subscribers, so thanks very much.
Thanks, guys.
For subscribing, you guys, and hopefully enjoy the show. Which you should do.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Well, exactly.
What did I say? Would you or wouldn't you? That's it.
Anyway, exactly.
Guys, if you don't know who we are, we're basically, as I said, we're here every Friday night. We talk about all different sports from around the world. We don't centre all attention on one sport. It's all sports.
All sports.
And we do it with a few beers and a few laughs, hopefully.
We do. We do. We had a fairly big show in last week with a lot of people coming into the establishment.
How many?
Oh, God, I don't know. I said I didn't think we'd fit them in like the MCG.
17.
Yeah, that's what I said. But at any rate, it was a damn good show, and tonight it's a little bit quieter, but we've got a lot to get through, Jeff. So nothing changes, have we?
No,
nothing changes.
We're just on that. Well, let's get straight into it.
We will.
What are we going to do first of all, mate? We've got to thank our sponsor. We have a sponsor on the show who supports us and shouts us our beers, and this week he's turned up.
Yeah, and you
with Stubby Coolers.
Friday Frothy.
Frothy Coolers. So, Corey, thank you. You shouldn't have, but champion effort, mate.
If we get a lot of people in, we might pull something where the next 10 or 13th, we'll make a number up.
Well, I don't know. You tell me we're talking out of school here. What are you talking about?
Well, we might, the 20th caller. We get a caller in or something.
Caller? No one's got our phone number. How's that going to work?
Well, it's not. Into the chat room. So we'll just have to keep the Frothy. We'll have to keep them, mate.
Exactly right. Well, we'll work out what we're going to do with them, but stay tuned because we will be doing something with Stubby Coolers, Stubby Holders. Let's go for Corey's Garden and Landscaping. So, guys, if you're in Hobart and you've got anything to do with landscaping, I'm talking decks, pergolas, landscaping, retaining walls. Help me out here.
Well, anything to do with planting,
gardening and landscaping.
The guys that.
He's the guy.
The guy is a carpenter as well. He's a fully qualified.
He's a guru.
He's a guru.
There's no doubt about it.
His work, obviously, on our show is shown actually in your front yard. Mate. Oh. So it just shows just how good the sort of work the sort of work that he does. And he does a lot of work too with the Carlton Football Club.
Yeah, don't get upset about that, viewers, because he is a Carlton supporter. That's the only one bad thing about old Corey, isn't it?
No, well, he's passionate.
Oh, well, he is passionate. I like to see that about a sports person, being passionate about your sport, no matter who you follow.
I think Carl might even come back out of the woodwork now, soon. They've cleaned up, haven't they?
Carl Jakubowski Holmes.
They're cleaning up now with getting players. Now, Carl, you might have to come back down soon, mate, because you'll have the last laugh on all this.
Yeah.
You might go to the top.
Well, you've actually got some players. I don't think they'll go to the top, but anyway, Gold Coast Suns.
Stretch it.
Good luck to you.
Yeah.
Now, Glenny, we have got a bit to talk about tonight, and obviously we're going to get into Bathurst at the moment because there's so much going on. But first of all, guys, if you haven't seen the show before, we do a segment called Out With It, and this is how it goes, Al. It's out with it.
Hang on. It's not doing it.
It's not doing it.
Hang on, my mouse. I apologise. My mouse went on the fritz.
Oh, we've got a fritzy mouse.
And you were so well timed.
He was doing cartwheels.
Try
the mouse.
Again.
The mouse was cartwheeling.
So we've got a segment called Out With It, and it goes a bit like this. Out with it. There you go, a fritzy mouse. That's all you need on a Friday night, isn't it? A few beers and a fritzy mouse.
What have we got, Jeffy?
Glenny. This week, your mate, my mate, everyone's mate.
Yeah, didn't he? And he got out. And what does he do? Goes and hits the wall.
Hit a wall. Like we
all
do sometimes. We all hit a wall.
He's gone the back and
broken his hand.
He thought he was Clarkson. Clarkson was smarter. Oh. When he did it, he hit it straight through a plaster wall. What he tried to do was put it through a concrete wall. I don't know, I ain't that smart, mate. The smartest tool in the shed. But if you hit concrete, mate, there's going to be breaking bones, isn't there?
He said it's an isolated incident and wouldn't happen again. But the damage is done, Mitch. You're going to miss a few games.
I could be wrong. I think he might be the captain too of the.
Turn it up.
I think he is. I think he's the captain of the Ropers over there, the Western Australian side. Not setting a very good example there, mate, for your team. Because now you're going to miss. You're not only going to miss. Sheffield Shield games. He's going to miss the up and coming. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, is it packed start? It is, isn't it?
I think
in Brisbane.
I think it is in Brisbane, Vegas, is it? Yeah.
Mitch Marsh, you are the loser of the week. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, well,
I don't like saying that because anyone who gets to that level of sport,
well, that's right,
and represents their country, you're a gun.
But the good thing is you can learn. So don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
No,
don't. Mate, the other one I've got here tonight, I don't know, have you got anything for our
No, you're right. No.
The other one I've got tonight, and we're about to get into Bathurst, but I'm just going to throw this in, and it is going to take us into the Bathurst segment.
Yes.
All right? You may not have all seen it, but we watched the race.
Yeah, loved it. And I mean loved it.
Came down to the end, and there was a bit of a stupid move from Coulthard.
Yep.
Where he's held up all the cars and let Van Gisbergen and...
there was Whincup. They're all the four that were in front.
Inexcusable.
And
I think he got the little message. Do you think through from what's his name, Mr. Short?
Yeah, he was
Mr. Short in the in the back room there. I think
he was told to slow down, and he did what he was told to do, and now he's getting death threats. And I think that's pretty ordinary.
I do too. One thing I will say, and look, I've made no bones about that. I was following Lowndes and Whincup. Jeff, you were on the
McLaughlin.
money. I think you said McLaughlin, and you did mine Reynolds.
Reynolds and McLaughlin. But
at any rate, cutting a long story short, I think the Kiwi, he really deserved to win.
Yeah.
Got nothing to do with him. He was out in front.
Yeah. They weren't going to stop him.
So I mean, regardless of what happened, I think there should be a penalty for this, and I don't know where it's going to go. Jeff, this is what we're talking about. We think it should not affect the winner.
Exactly. He's the winner of the race. He should remain the winner of the race.
Exactly. He didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
It should certainly affect the team.
Yes.
And I think I spoke to you earlier.
You did.
And you believe it shouldn't affect Coulthard. So he was just doing what he was told.
He was told to do it, and team discretion, he's got to do what he's told to do. Well, they pay his wage. Right.
Exactly right, mate. So it's a little bit like, we spoke about this earlier, a little bit like the cricket. So when David Warner comes out, I hate to bring up old stories and that sort of thing.
It's a good point.
But I suppose if you Coulthard and you're in the car, you got your team here and they've got their earpiece in and says, look, mate, you're going to have to slow the cars behind you.
Yep.
We want you at a standstill.
Yep.
So our number one driver, Lachlan, and the other four cars, they're going to get a break on the pack.
Yep.
A little bit like, as we said, about what happened in South Africa with Sandpaper Gate with Mr. Warner. And I don't know if I feel sorry for the young bloke Bancroft, but...
Well, once again, he was told. He was told what to do.
It'd be interesting, I like the viewer's point of view here, because we've all said they did the wrong thing. We all know that. We're not going over all that again.
Yeah.
But the guy that was under pressure, what do? Do you say...
And he got penalised, didn't he?
He got penalised because he's done as he's told.
It's a hard one, mate.
It's a very hard one, and it's a colder... It's a little bit the same, isn't it? But anyway, interesting.
Let's get on to that and let us know what you think. But that's out with it, Al. We're going to get straight into Bathurst, but here it is. Out with it. Out with it. So while we're talking about it, mate, let's continue on because The announcement's going to come tomorrow. They're actually going to find out who actually wins the race tomorrow. So we had a competition here for a video and a DVD and a shirt and $50 Coles Meyer and Carl Jakubowski from Jakubowski Homes.
I mentioned you before. Carl.
He actually won it,
win it,
but I can't say he's won it yet because we don't know if there's a winner of the race.
No, we don't.
So,
that's a very good point. So
that's why we're on hold, Carl.
We'll just hang on at the moment, mate.
I don't think anything will change. I think McLaughlin will hold on to the win. Yeah. Well, look, there's a lot of trouble in supercar racing at the moment, and I'm going to jump backwards and forwards here, but just out today, Gary Rogers Motorsport has made an announcement that this is his last season. He's pulling his cars out of the V8 supercars.
Oh.
So he's going to continue to support racing within the Dunlop series and stuff. Yep. He lost one of his major sponsors and asked the supercars whether he could have a week extension to try and sort things out.
And I said no.
And supercars said no. So you've got this thing happening with McLaughlin and Coulthard and DJR. You've got Gary Rogers Motorsport. Now, Gary Rogers Motorsport, mate, it was fantastic for up-and-coming people. He was at the Volvos last year or the year before. And people like McLaughlin, he gave him a run, Tander. A number of young kids that he put into cars and gave them a go to where they are now.
Well, the whole racing scene should get behind him then. Well, this is where you're going to show a little bit of love, though. Yeah. But again, it's all about money, mate. It's all the money sport. Yeah. And unfortunately, going back, jumping straight to the winner, that's it, isn't it? That possibly he could be going to NASCAR, is it? NASCAR? What's he doing over there?
Who?
Lachlan.
No, he was. Oh, I haven't heard.
No, I thought he's the manager. He's like a manager or whatever it is to him, as an American.
Yeah, Roger Penske.
Penske, is it? And he said that he was going to have him. That's it. He's going to have him driving over there. So we're talking about, isn't it? Which is the ones that go around and
NASCAR.
Around. NASCAR. That's what.
NASCAR in Indianapolis. Indy racing.
So he'll go around in circles. No, he is a good driver, and he should do well, mate.
Erebus Motorsport, which is David Reynolds' team, the CEO, Barry Ryan, has called for DJR Team Penske to be disqualified. He reckons that they cheated, and the punishment should be severe. And he reckons that the whole team has to be excluded. They've all got to go. So that's coming from another team management. But let's just have a quick talk about the race itself, mate, because congratulations to Van Gisbergen for holding on to second, and James Courtney, who's come from nowhere to get third place.
Well, he couldn't get up to him, Whincup, could he? He couldn't get past him, could he?
No, when he hit the wall with a couple of laps to go, so he was driving a car that was a bit dodgy. Before the race started, your little mate, what was his name?
Kostecki?
Brody and Carl and Peter and David. There's a brood of them, mate.
What happened?
Well, his helmet wasn't plugged in properly, and he was getting carbon dioxide poisoning. So he had to pull over. He couldn't breathe. He was dying, the young fella. So
that's why the race didn't start straight away. They were sitting there, and we had enough time for a couple of frothies between it. But
we had a few, didn't we?
But the thing is, the funny thing about it, he did start.
He did. Yeah, he was deemed okay.
He was so it was a late start to the race, but
it was a cool box failure.
But going into the race, I mean, I remember when we were watching it, you mentioned there was no safety cars right throughout 100 laps. No safety cars, which is an extraordinary when you watch race cars at that speed, which is phenomenal. And then right towards the last, let's say 20, was it the last 20 laps?
Hell broke loose.
And there was people hitting walls, and there was, our mates, well, they're not our mates, Mr. What's his name? The experienced driver. No, God, I'll think of his name in a minute.
Murphy.
No.
Crickets.
He's on your.
Sorry, mate. I was thinking about something else.
He's on your list here.
Yes. Oh, well, you're talking about Mostert and Waters.
Waters.
They took each other out.
Well, this is what I'm saying, mate.
It's
not the first time.
At the time, they were third and fourth, Glenn.
I know, but it's not the first time that they've come against it.
Crazy.
But, it was extraordinary. They're both sitting there, took one another out, and he had a real chance. Both of them. Both of them had a chance of being on the podium.
Yeah.
And they both stuffed it.
It could have been a Mustang 123. There's no doubt about
Sally.
that.
Yeah.
And Mustang Sally. But anyway,
the way it went, what I would like to say is my guys, because I was all about Win Cup and for me and Lowndes, and at the end, Win Cup, he just wouldn't let Lachlan and that pass. It gets down to racing's a funny game, isn't it?
It is.
You get in there and you've got X amount of fuel stops and X amount of, you get your tyres done and everything. The old screen, the old bugs off there. And everything else. Get a bit of bug off. And then when you get out of there, mate, poor old Win Cup and that, he was left in the car. He'd put the shoes under the table for the rest of the day. Lounsey, he'd had enough. He wasn't driving anymore.
Stinky shoes.
And the same thing happened to Win Cup. So if you really look at his last couple of races,
he's fuel.
It's all about fuel, and the thing is, his team said, let's go for it, didn't they?
Yeah, they had to do it.
They had to go for it.
Had to do it.
And he put his foot down. Lachlan, he was in behind him, saving a bit of fuel back through the gears. At any rate, with just a few laps to go, the safety car come out. What's he do? Win Cup makes the deal. He goes in. He says, right, I'll fill up.
Splash and dash.
That'll get me over the line. Thinking Lachlan will probably run out. As it was after that, no one could have foreseen the fact that many safety cars come out.
Changed the
whole complexity, and he never made any inroads, did he?
No, couldn't.
But the winner deserved it.
You couldn't catch McLaughlin. His car was the fastest all week.
All those three guys, they, as you said, did an incredible job.
They did.
So well done to the winner.
Oh, let's have a beer. Congratulations.
Well done to all the team involved.
And thanks for the first 100 laps are pretty boring, but after that, mate, it was pretty full on the next 61 laps.
After Bathurst, I watched you in your heyday, you and
we did.
You and Al, when you
racing
were,
around Mount Panorama
just a couple of years ago, when you were probably 20 years younger.
All right.
And you were driving around Bathurst, incredibly very hilly.
Well, yes, mate. It's like that.
No one would know.
No,
watching.
It's so steep. It is so steep.
Unbelievable.
Now, Glennie, a bit of rumour going on that we've been given a bit of rumour that Fernando Alonso and Daniel Ricciardo have not dismissed racing at Mount Panorama. They're both interested Formula One drivers of coming in and having a bit of a crack. Daniel Ricciardo,
that's not permanent. That's just
he just wants to drive, mate. Just wants to drive. So
it'll be interesting to see how they go because they're different cars, aren't they?
Well, mate, sincerely, they're so different.
Heavier on the road.
Rick Kelly's team, Kelly Racing, normally
Mustangs.
they're in the Nissans, the Ultimas, and they've announced also this week that they're cutting back to 2 in their team, and they're going to drop to the Dunlop series, but they're going to be racing 2 Mustangs next year in the Supercar Championship. Okay. So it's nice to see they're actually staying and not moving because we're losing teams out of the Supercar series, so that's not good. Was that Al?
I said no.
Nah. So Nissan pulled their sponsorship, I think in 2016, and he's been
bring back the Datsun 180Bs.
2018, so whatever. But anyway, look, while we're on motor racing, guys, we talked about it last week, and I put a post on Facebook. Our young mate Alex Peroni is
how's he going?
Well, he's doing all right. He's on the comeback trail, and they're desperately trying to get some funds, Glennie, to get his car rebuilt. So Alex can get back over the next year and get back into the 2020 season.
Well, look, he'll get back. But you're right, he does need some. No, all jokes aside, like he needs some fundraising and big time to be in this very, very, very expensive motorsport, which all motorsports are. And it'd be remiss of me not to mention that you're jumping in a car tomorrow. You and the 3 boys, Benny and Ed,
Variety Tas Bash.
And Matt.
Have you got a picture of the car?
And Jeff. Jeff.
That's me, yes.
You are going to Parliament House tomorrow morning, mate. You've got the Crackerjack green machine bowling extraordinary vehicle.
Yes.
And you are heading pretty much around the state. Do you mind if I mention where you're going?
Yeah, you can. I just want to do a quick shout out to the boys, Matt, Ben and Eddie. They
well done, boys.
Terrific job over the last 6 months of getting this car up and running.
Well, it's
been a bit of touch and go.
It's been like Bathurst, hasn't it?
1 week the car goes, 1 week the car doesn't go. So hopefully we're going to be right and get around the state.
You will, and
but kudos to you guys. You've done an amazing job.
Well, look, all the best to you, boys. You've done a fantastic job. You're going to go to Bruny Island from Parliament House, Government House, Parliament House.
Yep.
You're going to go to Bruny Island, the magnificent island down there, Bruny.
Down to Dover.
You're going down to Dover, down south.
Tarraleah.
Then you're going up the guts, as I call it, up to Tarraleah, and then all the way to Smithton.
And then all the way across.
Beautiful Smithton up there on the northwest coast. And then you're going to finish down at the
Launceston
Casino, where you will no doubt have a little froth and relax before you head back to beautiful Hobart.
Let me tell you, I will be doing some footage and bringing that to you next week on the next week's show, because we should be here back on time. And I'll have a bit of fun times to show you of what we've been doing.
But the most important thing out of this, guys, and I do want to mention this, is that the guys have raised over $10,000 or thereabouts, and they've done some really hard work, and we've done different calls. I know Jeff's got up at the Rosny Bowls Club as well, and they've given you guys a flag, haven't they, to have on the Rosny Bowls flag, and
it's all go.
And it's all go. Anyway, look, I won't rave on about it too much. Well done to the boys. A fantastic cause. Enjoy your trip. Be safe, and
we'll bring some footage next week.
Have a few froths while you're there too, because you deserve it.
Thanks, Sonny. Thanks, mate.
All right, sorry, mate.
No, I just wanted to say we were talking about Alex Peroni before, and last year we had a bit of a table, went together and went to the Italian club, and Jeff geared, and there was Nick there, and Ben was there, and Eddie were there, you guys were there, we were there. This year they've moved it, and they're going to the casino.
Oh, nice.
The Tasman room, which I mentioned last
down
week.
There.
Now, mate, they're trying to fill the room, and they need to, because basically Alex needs some help to get some funds going.
Yes.
And we're going to do everything we can to try and help.
We will.
We're looking for people out there who watch the show. If you live in Hobart and you want to come, it's going to be a great night with entertainment and guest speakers and raffles and auctions.
Yeah. Well, we've had politicians there. The last one at the
a good lineup.
Italian club, we had politicians. We've had Marty Zuko's. I hope you don't mind me mentioning you.
No.
We've had different people.
Glenn Ridge is the MC.
Glenn Ridge.
Sale of the Century.
Sale of the Century. We've had some big heavy hitters. We've had the sports guy from Channel 7. I think of his name at the moment, but everyone was there and all doing it for the team, Peroni.
Yes.
And and his dad does a fantastic job, Piro.
Well done, Piro.
So
and David, his manager.
And David.
So guys,
well done, mate.
it's actually on. It's very, very close. It's the 15th of November.
Yeah, it's not far away.
It's at the West Point Convention Centre, the Tasman Room. Now tickets are $120, but that does include a 3-course meal. It includes canapes before you go in.
Yeah.
And don't forget, a bit of a chunk of that's going to go towards Alex as well. So don't think it is on the dear side, but you're going to put your hand in.
But motorsport is you've got a
and that entry also gets you tickets into the entry lucky ball prizes and stuff. And you can see last year the prizes, mate, they were pretty phenomenal.
It was.
So guys, you can leave a post, or you can get onto our Facebook page and contact us if you want to come and sit with us at our table.
Be with the frothies.
With the froths, and because we want to get a big table going.
We do, and we will.
And because look, he's a Tasmanian. He's from Howrah. He's around the corner from us, and we need to get behind him.
We love him.
Like all of Australia got behind Dick Johnson when he hit the rock.
Exactly.
So there you go. That's Alex Peroni, mate. Let's get into a bit of rugby union, buddy.
Rugby union, well, it's the big one, mate, coming up. Yeah. Playing the Poms, mate.
Yeah, mate.
What can you tell me?
I can tell you that they haven't won a game against England in six runs. So
we're 6 rubbers down.
Yeah, they smash us every time, and that's Eddie Jones.
He's got the English, who's Australian.
So he's got it all over us, mate. Six in a row.
We brought in
mate.
Made a change.
Yeah.
James O'Connor out.
He's out. Tavita Karania, and he's out.
He's the new. Oh, he's out.
Well, I don't know, but they're putting all their faith in this young fella.
Oh, this is who I was trying to get to. What? Yeah. Where is he? Patea. Yeah.
So
a young teenage midfielder.
He's the first teenager to play in the World Cup. So
he,
in a knockout match.
He's taken James O'Connor's place.
Yeah, he's been demoted.
Well, we had to make some changes.
Yeah. They reckon this might be Checker's last game if he doesn't get up and win. For Australia, the coach.
Yeah, well, he's done a good job. They are against the best. I mean, and we're up against some big countries there, aren't we? I mean,
yeah, but the Poms are beatable, mate. It's not New Zealand. They're not the All Blacks, so they are beatable.
What I said in the last show, I think it was the last show, the show before that.
It would have been something about Tom Jones.
Well, no, the Wales boys. Actually, they only. I tell you what, the Japanese, aren't they? They are sensational.
Make good sushi.
They are still winning, and they are in. They're in. So it'll be. I always thought they were. Without being fair to the Japanese, I think they were that big.
No,
but there's some big boys. There's some big boys in that side.
What are you talking about?
The Japanese side.
I know, but you're saying something about them being big.
No, they're normally short.
Well, yes. Well, that's rumour anyway.
Well, they must be running through their legs or something because they keep getting tries. Anyway,
I don't know.
So I don't know.
So yeah, that's on tomorrow night, Glenn. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, well, we'll go Australia, go the Wallabies, and
we'll be in Bruny Island, but hopefully we've got a TV down there because I'd like to watch that game. Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
Bruny's still only got 2 stations.
They don't even have electricity down there, so good luck to us.
We've got a pub there.
A Portaloo for everyone on the island.
We're going to go to a segment we have called Odd Sports, which our producer runs.
We like Odd Sports.
But before we go. I just want to say, and I don't know if you know this or not, but our mate, well, he's not our mate, but we've interviewed him here on the show, Damon the Heat Header, a champion bloke.
Hang on.
Are we doing that now first?
Yeah.
Great darts, right?
What are we doing?
Well, he's over there in
Well,
England.
you had an upload for me. So
there's a picture there. I just wanted to let people know, this is amazing, right? Now, Damon Header is from WA.
He's from WA. He's a sand groper.
And he's a roofer, and he's a bloody great dart player. And he played in the Brisbane Masters about a month or maybe a month and a half ago, and won.
Beat the lot.
He beat the best in the world. Van Gerwen, Gary Anderson, Rob Cross. He beat Rob Cross in the final. So if you follow your darts, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, just sit back and just relax.
Smooth character.
Have a beer. He is a gem, mate.
Absolute champion, bloke.
Now, Al, you got a picture there? You've got that up? He is seeded 5th for this tournament. It's a World Series. He's seeded 5th.
Oh, he's a good boy.
Now, when we interviewed him, Glenn, he spoke about Gary Anderson being his idol.
Mentor. Well, not mentor.
What is Gary Anderson? Al, can you see it on there? A 7?
Gary Anderson is 7.
So Gary Anderson is seeded 7th in this tournament, and Damon the Heat Header is seeded 5. So, mate, I just cannot say how amazing that is.
Well, we're proud of you. All the way down in down Tasmania. We're happy. I know all of Australia behind you, mate. I hope your wife is fitted in nicely over there in England. And
I don't think they're there yet. He's still playing. He's still playing tournaments here in Australia.
Sorry, beg your pardon. Well,
they're
I'm glad you're sweltering then down in Western Australia.
No, I think he's been in Canberra, mate. To be
Canberra, is it? Oh, well, you'd be cool then.
Now, I just wanted to let people know that if you follow the Froth, you know that Glenn and I have been playing a little bit of darts. I don't think I've got a picture. Did I send you a picture of Glenn's darts?
No,
I didn't. Last week, Glenn of all people,
brought the heat.
Glenn bought the heat on me. 19, 19, double 19. I've got a picture of it, and but we haven't got it here. So
probably the only thing I can say
probably not real.
To the heat is it took me about 3,000 goes, but I got it.
But Damon, we're coming at you. We're coming at you because I followed up with the same thing.
You followed up. Whatever you said, whatever you can do, I can do better, and did.
That's it.
Don't like that, but anyway.
All right.
No, you did well.
What do you got, Al? You got some odd sports for us?
Have I got some odd sports?
Line it up.
Do I have some odd sports?
Do you?
I don't know. Yes, everyone, I do have some odd sports.
Odd sports? What are we?
We're looking at dog surfing today.
What?
Surfing?
Yeah, dog surfing.
Dog surfing.
What have we got?
So
Chihuahuas on a board,
I'm just
or?
my screen, just to let you know a little bit about the dog surfing.
Dog
so before
surfing.
I show you the video.
Jeez.
So it's divided up into 4 dog weight classes. Plus a tandem
Chihuahua
dog,
probably does get
dog
I
and
could be
human. So they've picked out as many different ways that a dog can be on a surfboard with a human being and with other dogs as they could. There's also a fetch contest and a fashion show. These dogs have got it better than what I have, actually, on a weekend. They surf with the assistance of a human who selects the wave or waves.
Well, that's a bit unfair. That's a bit unfair to the dog. Why can't they do it on their own?
You think they should catch their own way?
I think so. Well,
pick their own set.
Well, they're going to have someone there helping them out.
There's a gun trainer up in on the Gold Coast that has his dog surfing. Sorry, I don't know.
Sorry, keep going. Sorry.
So in the non-canon portion of the contest, first, second and third place are awarded in each weight class based on ride length, technique and attitude, as well as wave size during a 10-minute heat. And the top 2 dogs in each class then compete for the top all-round surfing championship awards.
And they get a few extra good-os at the end of it for a prize.
A bit of good-os.
That's crazy.
And the event raises money for animal surfing and environmental charities.
Oh,
so
there you go.
well,
that's all right then.
Yeah, we don't mind that.
Take a little look-see.
Have a quick squizzo. Let's see what's
okay, old
let's see what
dogs.
it's all about.
Old dogs.
Here we go.
We're at the World Dog Surfing Championship here in San Francisco at Lindemar Beach. We're going to surf today in the large dog competition. Hopefully put a lot of smiles on people's faces. Number 1, top dog, Abu! It's a really cool sport. It's about the best thing you can do with your dog. It beats going to the dog park.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of a note to add that if anyone wants to watch the full video of that, the link is in the description below, so make sure you pop in and show some love to that channel who we borrowed from this evening.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
and you'll notice in the background too, I don't know if you noticed, Jeff, when you were watching this video earlier, that...
Yeah, it's a whale.
There's a whale, in the background. There's a whale going in and out. So
Like the front of our house.
it is a bit like the front of our house.
It is. Well, we've had whales.
We've had two whales.
We've had two
And
whales.
Jamie was on his way home the other night and he said there was a seal on the beach down at Little Harrow Beach.
Damn imbecile.
Just,
It was probably me.
That was-
there we go.
In a black t-shirt.
We're just like an aquarium out the front of Jack.
Well done,
Anyway.
Al. Odd sports.
There we go.
Odd sports. Well done with odd sports.
What?
Yeah, you're good now.
We're good.
we're good.
Welcome
Mouse
back.
again. The
We're-
mouse
we're-
is playing up. I think I might have to replace the batteries.
We'll just jump through a few things quickly in that because we've started off a little bit slow.
Yeah, it was a bit slow.
We're going into cricket. We're just going to jump. We're not going to go in too much, but cricket, the Sheffield Shield at the moment's on, and
Not a lot happening.
no, there's not. Pat Cummins, he's going to unleash now. He's had his stint and rest since he come back from England. So he's going to spearhead the New South Wales Blues against our Tasmanian Tigers. That starts, I think, on Wednesday, I think, Jeffy. So they've got the likes of, obviously himself, but Hazelwood, Smith, Warner. Keep going, mate.
Keep going.
So that's going to be played at North Sydney Oval. So look, the Tassie boys are going to be up against it there. They're not started too well, so if we can get old Jackie Dorland, because I call him Jack because he's a bush ranger.
There's some good names in that.
If we can get Alex on later, that'd be good because we'd just like to see where the boys are going. Unfortunately, we started okay. I think Bird, the bowler,
he's flying.
He's flying, but his wife, she's having a baby. So all the best to
congratulations, Mrs. Bird.
All the best, and to the little bird when you
Cheap.
Sprouting some feathers.
now,
before you do,
I'm not.
while you're on cricket, I just wanted to let you know South Australian's Tom Cooper, mate.
Tommy Cooper. He's a drink.
No, he was
Cooper's
a comedian, wasn't he?
Cooper's.
No.
Tom Cooper.
Tom Cooper. I don't know. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
anyway,
Sheffield Shield.
he was unbeaten, 271 with South Australia 6 for 671.
What were they playing on a road?
Well, I think they were.
God.
I think they were.
What? Yeah, sorry, keep going.
Basically, that's what they're saying. It was
misery.
It was. What have we got here? The team called it a draw after 4 days, where 1,287.
I know
runs
what this
were
is
scored.
about. This was in Victoria at the. I think I've got this right. I think I've got it right. I think it's the Junction Oval, which was the Olsen Kilda ground.
Yeah. Yes.
And they reckon it shouldn't be played cricket there because you're never going to get a result.
Yeah.
It's a road.
Yeah.
And it's a batting paradise.
And that's what's happened.
And that's what's happened, mate. So well done. Well reported.
Right. Go.
NFL, we're just slowly moving into NFL at the moment.
Can I just throw in here that the Bills are 4-1?
Yeah, anyway.
Whoa!
No, the Bills are. Well done.
Yeah,
mate.
the Packers
well
are doing. I think your Packers are up there as well.
Packers
I
are
think they
going
might
all
be 5-0 actually. Packers.
We're going to start getting into some more scores with the NFL.
We will.
NFL. Sorry. But just for the Australian boys playing or trying to play. This is a trying to play. Segment.
Yes.
There's another Aussie giant, Joel Maddock, 195 centimetres, 132 kegs. The Hulk from Brisbane. He hopes to get into the next NFL.
Where's he from, Leno? I know he's from Brisbane, but what's his background? He played in what? Any other rugby? Or
Got no idea, Jeff.
Sure?
I didn't go right into it, but look, all I know is that at the moment he's playing in Germany. In Germany,
he's there for Oktoberfest.
which is
Nice.
well, it's a place over there. Must be. He's playing for the Marburg Mercenaries, which is in the German
Marburg.
Marburg Radar.
That's where it's right, correct.
Mercenaries.
Yes.
It's in the German football league. Yeah, but anyway, so he's playing there, and anyway,
he's playing gridiron in Germany.
Well, that's how I took it. Yeah, and anyway, he's when he goes, this is the pathway. And then he's going to try and follow in Valentine Holmes and Malaita. I think the other Jordan Malaita.
Yep.
Malaita.
Yep.
So he's going to try and follow in their footsteps. So we've got a few guys over at the moment trying to break into the NFL.
They are, but let's hope he doesn't follow in the footsteps of John Holmes.
No, because he'll really.
Yes. No, I don't think
he'll make a knob of himself. Anyway, going to golf. We'll just round
golf. What's
round one.
Golf?
Well, we haven't spoken much.
Is this the Skins? Is there a Skins on at the moment?
Well, I'm not sure. This is the CJ Cup in Korea. CJ Cup, and now Jason Day. He's had a lean time of things of late.
Yeah.
But anyway, just in the first round, though, Jeff, he shot 6 under 66. He's hitting two shots off the lead, and look, if he can hold his form and do well, they've got the President's Cup coming up. So it may, what's the word, push him into trying to make a little bit more of a better effort, because his golf's been, I don't know where he's been.
I've actually had to pull out of the President's Cup. I can't go. What's going on there?
So that's it. So what have you got? What else
mate, a bit of NRL. Let's start off with the announcement this afternoon. I don't know his name. I've completely forgotten. I haven't written it down. But the guy who had the fight over in Bali, who was defending his mate. If anyone out there knows.
Oh, he's the big Storm.
Whoa.
Big Storm.
Yeah. He's got a $15,000 suspended fine. And he's been banned.
Suspended. It's suspended, which it should be.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
suspended.
But he's going to miss 3 matches, which means he's. This is what they've come down.
Well, he should have hit him out of it.
Well, he should have, but basically 3 matches. So he's going to miss. He's going to miss the Australian game against New Zealand and England. I think so.
Nathan Anasta is a commentator.
What's happening here,
Jeff?
Oh, Bathurst is finished.
Anasta, who's a commentator.
Yes.
He was in the Bali.
He said they're all well behaved.
Well behaved. Okay, the boys, the big lads, they're all enjoying themselves, having a few skulls. And some 2 undesirables came in there and hit one of his mates over the head with a... apparently.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't going to do that in front of these guys.
Well, that Wendell Sale was on the radio this afternoon, and he said he doesn't condone violence, but he said if someone did that to my mate, I know what I'd be doing. This
guy did. He stuck up for his mate.
Yeah.
And he got outside and quite rightly give him the right whack.
Well, mate,
but he should have. So I think it's pretty piss poor. Sorry, that's pretty weak.
Yeah.
Because Australia, that I'm not happy with that, because... No. Had he done the right... We always report...
What do you do? Do you stand back and watch your mate getting beat
up? If I seen someone hit you in the head with a bottle...
You don't go and join in.
You defend, and and this is what they did. They only defended, and anyway, I don't think it's good enough.
So dive in.
I don't know about that. You get in. You get in and you help your mate out. That's what Aussie people do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
And...
You help. But
If you don't like it over there, I mean the Balinese didn't care because they said, look, it was
They
fair
would have been
enough.
betting on it, Glenn.
Well, they did. They made a mint out of it. But anyway, and after they finished the fight, they all probably got a free massage.
All right.
Anyway,
Glennie, the NRL Grand Final. I've got a question to ask you. It's been. It's going to go to Sydney. It's going to stay in Sydney.
Yes.
Until 2046, right?
Well, it's like the MCG, isn't it?
Well, it's just a quick question for you. Yeah. I mean, Sydney is the backbone of rugby league, rugby, and AFL is the backbone. And people really get on their goat about this. That why should the finals always be at the MCG, or why should they, at that now because it's a national competition?
Yes.
What are your thoughts? Seriously. Where else? Well, I'm going to answer for you for a second, but where else are you going to get 100,000 people in a stadium for the AFL Grand Final? No,
it's one of the biggest in the world. So you got to play there, and it's all about members. This is the MCG. It's all about members. Victoria, what we've spoken about before, mate. Victoria. We go back to the footy. Victoria, Melbourne people they wanted a national competition.
Yes.
However,
yes,
they brought these sides in.
Yep.
Now Brisbane played up there. Because they finished towards the top. They had finals there.
Yep.
But the home of football still will be the MCG. The only thing they may play with, and I hope they don't, they may turn to a night final.
Stupid.
Now, the rugby do that, don't they, almost? It's almost...
Well, it's Sunday night, Glenn. Dumb.
But I think we mentioned the only... And the only thing is we thought that the entertainment might get better, but we spoke about that last week. No good. So I don't know what you're going to do.
I was bopping. Mate, let's your mate Ash Barty. Every week we've got something to say about Ash Barty. She just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, she just keeps winning more awards.
Mate, she has...
What's she won?
Well, she's just been crowned Sportswoman of the Year at the Women's Health Women's in Sports Awards. Not that there's a difference now between men and women because everyone's the same.
No.
And probably shouldn't have won it because it should just be a sports award.
Exactly.
Because women and men are the same now.
They are.
Well, that's controversial here in the froth right now, let me tell you.
No.
I shouldn't say stuff like that, should I, Leah?
The young lady that's...
It's wrong.
The young lady that won the football kick in the AFL.
Well, she didn't win it, but yeah.
She
did. She damn well nearly did. I can't...
It wasn't.
I just... Unbelievable how she kicked the ball.
No, she does well.
Anyway, mate, I don't know why I mentioned that. Let me
just throw this a little bit about Ash Barty. She took a year off competitive tennis in 2014, and as you said, she went and played for the WBBL and for the Brisbane Heat. So she's a cricket player extraordinary as well.
Yeah.
And then she's climbed the rankings from 623 to number 1 in 3 years.
That's extraordinary. So, and the other thing, mate, I don't care she's not number 1.
No, who cares?
But she's a champion. She's in the top 10.
Yeah.
Right? And she's one of the best off. I mean, she's just a champion person.
Mate, I've mentioned it before. She's brought people back to tennis because we can now watch someone in Australia.
We have. And
not those other kids.
No, and we've got a couple of young kids there. The Demon, I think they call him. Diminar. They're going well. They call him the Demon. Diminar. He doesn't play for the Demons, but Diminar. Anyway, there's some guys like that. No, he's actually good. He's well mannered.
Demon.
He's a little bit like myself. Well mannered. And, so well done to you. I don't know. Again, I don't know why I mentioned it.
Ash Barty, congratulations. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
No, well done, Ash. UFC, mate.
Well, I didn't even know what I've got written here, to be honest with you.
Well, you've got sickening blows, mate. A knockout in the latest UFC fight in Tampa.
Yes.
You got Mike Davis took on Thomas Gifford in one of the bouts of the UFC Tampa preliminary card, and from the opening round it was on.
It was a slaughter.
It was a slaughter. Fans watching, however, they were disgusted.
Disgusted.
The guy was floored. So Gifford simply was unable to stop the flood of punches coming his way.
The referee took too long to stop the fight.
Could have killed him.
Well, talking about killing.
Well,
it's happened.
It has.
It's happened.
Well, it's only a matter of time, mate.
Oh, well, it's not UFC, but it's in boxing.
But this is going to happen in UFC.
I just wanted to throw this
in.
Your mate, the Kebab, right?
Nurmagomedov.
He's undefeated, right?
Yep.
And the reason he's undefeated, I had a look at a bit of his training.
He wrestles bears.
He wrestles bears.
He does. He did.
And his latest thing is he's swimming upstream with salmon.
Yeah.
With
UFC,
salmon.
isn't it?
Hey?
Is it UFC you're talking about or WWE?
That's UFC.
That's UFC. I'm just
UFC.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, look, this is sad, and I don't really want to talk about it, but
Right then.
well, I am because it's controversy. And young boxer star Patrick Day, he's died. He's a welterweight boxer
in Chicago. Right?
Yeah, he died last weekend, and 27, mate, and from traumatic head injuries from a boxing match.
Well, this is the thing.
Where are we going? Seriously,
well, I don't know. I think I don't know what's happening to the world at the moment. Look, boxing is a look. It's probably one of those sports that a lot of people dislike. They wouldn't like their sons and daughters doing it.
Yep.
But when you see UFC, that's taken things to another whole level. So I suppose boxing becomes almost acceptable.
Is this?
But I don't know where the world's going to, this UFC. Now. When you watch us on this show, people like to see violence. Now, I know in football and these sort of things, people used to go to the
motor racing, they want to see crashes.
Well, they like to see crashes.
Yeah.
Do we like to see disasters sometimes?
It makes everyone feel better about themselves.
So is it wrong? Should we have boxing? And should we have UFC fighting?
Glenn?
And you mentioned another sport to me.
MMA.
Yeah. With all these silly rules that they're just making it more bloodthirsty.
But this is no different to hundreds of years ago.
It's like the gladiators.
So that's where we're going back.
Well, that's where we're going back to.
Yeah.
People want to see blood sports.
It's not acceptable for people to have sex on TV. It's not acceptable for people to it's acceptable for people to smash each other to bits.
Yeah.
Soon it will be acceptable to put someone in hospital and then to actually kill them.
I hope we don't start it by here now.
Yes, well, anyway,
is a guy dying from a boxing match? Is that the same as? I don't want to bring this up.
It's 27,
is that the same as someone dying at a game of cricket? It's an unfortunate accident.
Well, it doesn't happen a lot.
I know.
I mean, what's the young fella from South Australia? Philly Hughes. A lot of the guys, it took a long time to get over that. Our own Steve Smith was dropped at in England, and he was very lucky not to be killed.
Yeah.
And I think little things flashed through his mind at the time when he came to that could have been him. So the regulation is now, and with football as well, and we spoke to Jeff Horn about it, head protection and protection of some description so that, it's not when you're playing, it's later on in life when you can't function and you don't know your own children because you've lost your memory. Or you've died.
Not good.
So we've got to really probably look at these things. Are we right or wrong? Right in.
All right. Just talking about that, Jeff Horn, you get in, win this fight, and then hang your boots up, mate, because you've got a family now too. So,
exactly.
Mate, just quickly, baseball, because we're going to cover everything around the world. The World Series, it begins on Tuesday, October 22nd, so it's next week. Game times are yet to be announced. Right. Who will play? It's going to be, obviously, Washington are already there, and they're waiting to see who's going to win between the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees.
The Yankees.
All right, so currently the Astros lead the series 2-1 after a 4-1 victory on Tuesday evening. Okay. So, so it's going to be Washington against the Yankees or Houston, so we'll bring that to you next week. Okay. So what's going on? So I don't mind a bit of baseball. Obviously, it goes into a 7.
We might go into the baseball bit. We probably haven't.
I love baseball.
Yeah, you do.
We haven't covered much of the baseball. We might do a little bit more of that.
Just quickly before we get into Cleve's tips, a bit of WWE.
Oh yes.
Now you got some pictures there, Ali, of
WWE.
You've already done it, haven't you?
Talking about that before. Sorry.
Well, here we go. 2 superstar names have made the unlikely move to take part in the WWE. And that is Glenn, Cain Velasquez, whatever his name is, a UFC.
Well, he is a UFC legend.
He is. He's going to fight Brock
Lesnar.
Lesnar.
I think it is. I don't know. I think it is Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
So he's going to fight him. And then your mate,
Tyson
Fury.
Yeah, they've gone at it. Him and Strowman.
He's going to fight Braun Strowman.
There's about 10 blokes hanging off him. Either one of them. And
it's all real.
Yeah, it's all real.
Of course it is.
Come on. We love our WWE here.
Right.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy this because we're in for Cleve's Tips.
Okay, guys.
Drill bit.
This is what we've been waiting for.
Drill bit.
With Saturday comes along and we've got a magnificent meet, the Caulfield Day, Caulfield Cup, down at the beautiful Melbourne. And we're going to have a good 4, and it's going to be overcast. The other meet, I'm only going to Randwick because we've got the Everest, which is one of the biggest money, highest paid races within Australia now too. So Sydney and Melbourne are always throwing who's going to have the biggest meets and all the rest of it. So it's
who's got the biggest meet?
Who's got the more money and who's the most powerful racing city in the nation. But at any rate, I'm telling you right at the moment, it is still Melbourne.
Oh, so there you go.
But without money or not, we're going straight into it. It's a good 4 overcast, as I said. But we're going to...
Can I interrupt?
You can interrupt me.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I'm not a big race goer and I don't have a lot of knowledge of it, but what does that mean, good 4?
A good 4, as far as tracks go, you've obviously got your heavy, which can range from, when they say heavy track, it can range from usually probably a 6 to an 8 or to a 9.
And that means it's been raining?
Exactly.
Yep.
And then as it comes in, you get a good, which is, a good track, and then you get fast. So it's like I don't know.
Yep.
Most good horses with the younger horses, they'll go better on the firmer.
Yep.
Firmer ground.
And then you have horses out there who actually excel on the
on the wet tracks. So,
sorry, Glennie, I just clear that up.
And funny you say that, mate, because we race 1, horse 7, we got an Arctic Shock.
Oh.
That's my tip there, at any rate, in the first. 11.40 on the tote now. Don't take any notice of this. These will all change.
They will.
4.40 fixed at the moment. Race 2, horse 1, ready, set, sail.
Oh, that's cute.
That's what we're doing at Christmas. We're out of here.
Yeah.
12.20 and 7.50. That's fixed. 7.50, 12.20 at the moment on the tote.
Nice.
Race 3, horse 1, airborne. Ooh. Not airborne. 11.60 and $4 fixed. Race 7. Got a little bit of an Astro there. I don't mind this.
Gene Simmons.
Horse 9, Got a Thunder. 4.80 on the tote. $4 fixed. Race 8, horse 2, Royal Meeting. 3.70. I'd just go 3.50 fixed at the moment on that one. Now in the Cup, the Caulfield Cup, I'm only doing this because it's paying well, but have a good look at it. It's going to change. I'd leave it to the last minute.
It's my mate.
One of them's got to win it, but race 9, horse 12, Mr. Quickie.
Well known for that.
10.90 at the moment and 8.50 fixed. So that's could be a few dollars for us on that.
You and me called Mr. Quickie?
Probably when I was young. Race 10, horse 7, Potokawa.
Excuse me?
Potokawa. Potokawa. 6.50 and 4.60. Don't mind that.
Right.
He's a sprinter. Race.
Now, you're at Randwick, right?
Randwick.
Now, this is for the Everest.
Yep.
Now, last year, because we've been doing it now for 12 months, last year there was a big controversy about the Sydney Opera House with the Everest being advertised. Mm-hmm. Nothing this year. They did it. They did it again.
No.
But there was
nothing this year.
No.
No, what else was happening at that time, though?
Climate change.
Climate change.
And that was the thing, because they made more...
No, that's what's happening now. But anyway.
No, there was something at that same time, and they were worried because it was getting more attention than what that particular event was at the time. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, okay.
But that was the reason. Like,
okay.
It had nothing to do with... Obviously, it had nothing to do with the racing, because...
Well, they didn't want to advertise it on the Sydney Opera House.
No, exactly.
Anyway, sorry, Glennie.
I was going to say, by the way, too, with the Caulfield and that, a lot of the European horses are coming in now. Ireland, some are coming in more from New Zealand.
Yep.
Scotland, wherever, and we're getting a little bit of invasion. So when it gets down to Melbourne Cup, because this is always a follow-up, Jeff, to the Melbourne Cup and everything.
Yep.
So from these sort of meets, we might get something out of that to be running in the Melbourne Cup.
Get some meats.
Yeah. So Randwick.
How big's your meat?
Yeah, we're jumping over to Randwick. We're going race 2, horse 2, Humboldt Current.
Oh, nice.
We have backed him before plenty of times. Got to do better than he has done. 3.50 fixed. Race 3, horse 8, Gumshoe.
Okay, Gumshoe.
5-3 and $8 fixed.
That's what the horse will be if it doesn't win.
Race 5, horse 3, Cleaver Special, Noble Boy, $7.05.
Cleve Special.
Race 6, horse 6, Deprive,
Yeah, that's me.
$6.40 and 10. On the actual Everest is the Everest is a 1200 sprint. It's a sprint race.
Is
Jeff.
it for young'uns?
Yes, it's not for me.
It's for pups.
It's for sprinters, the best sprinters in Australia. I like. So we've got the Sunlights and all that, but we won on Sunlight last week.
Is Mystic Journey in that one, or is it in the
No. Mystic Journey's not in any of these.
No, I think it's racing in one of them, isn't it?
No, he's not. No, not in the Caulfield.
Sorry.
He's not, Jeff.
This is why I don't do Cleve
He's
tips.
not in the Caulfield, but he's anyway. In the Everest, I like horse 11, Arcadia Queen.
Yeah, she's a...
It's going to come in pretty short, but at $7.20 and $5.50 if you really want to have a stab now.
Well, you can fix that now at that price?
Well, we can. We'll do that. Race 8, horse 2.
$7.20.
I think this is a 20. I don't know if I'm right or not. 2200.
Yeah.
I think 2200. Sam Adout. He did well last time. He's a front runner sprinter. 660 and 330. And the last one, race 9, horse 3, Gaelic Chieftain. I like $9 and $4.80. So bet irresponsibly again, and go down and have a look at the. If you want to listen to the the big people that know what they reckon about horses,
I thought that was you.
I still reckon you better go to Cleve's Tips because
here we go.
I just think that they throw more money around, and they're not been coming up with the goods, a lot of them of late. So but there you are, getting the better horses. Anything can still happen. It's gambling, mate, isn't it?
Adam Goods.
So gamble irresponsibly, like I said.
Well done, Cleve Steps.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have time for this evening.
Yeah,
It's been another hour show, mate. Even though the sports stop and they just keep ticking over, it's just
come to another. It goes quick the week, doesn't it? It goes really quick, and we're back here again in the Frothy bar, brew bar,
mate,
and
Bathurst is done. It's gone from behind us. So.
How about if anyone wants to send anything, they can post it down
Oh,
to
they
PO
can.
Box 211.
yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And if you want to be on the show and you're an ex-sportsman and sportswoman, sport
of
any,
any kind,
and you think you can offer something to the show, come on.
Yeah.
Or you can get online, and we can have you on the phone and we can talk to you.
Okay, let me see.
So
What was that, Al? Sorry?
Repeat the address to send anything to if you'd like something put up.
If you'd like to send something to the Friday Frothy, please send it through to P.O. Box 2111 Hara 7018 Tasmania.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Now, look, Alex Peroni, dinner coming up. Get on board. You want to come and sit with us? Send us a text message. Send us an email. We've got our email address there, Friday Frothy. FridayFrothy@gmail.com.
Description.
And comment, Facebook. Get on our Facebook page. Let us know because it's going to be a good night, and Alex needs it to get back on track. So good luck to us.
Yeah, well done. Thanks very much for Leah for the makeup with me beard and that at the moment. And
you had a bit of grey going on there, mate.
Great. Might need a shave and
Not that I
haircut.
can talk.
But thanks to Al, doing a great job over there, and all the best to you boys. Happy rally driving around there. Be safe and. You'll have a few frothies and you'll be able to clean up, boys, when you're there on Cleve's Tips.
Will do. See you next week, everyone.
Okay,
have a great weekend.
Cheers.
Good night.
Bye.